Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I have this decade-old power bank that I'm interested in opening and just taking a look inside and potentially recover what I believe is four 18650 cells from it. Now I want to try and open it carefully because if I can keep the case somewhat intact, I have a plan of maybe using a more modern battery bank charger board, charger discharger board, which I acquired from AliExpress. This one supports quick charge USB-A ports as well as a power delivery USB-C port here, and I think an Apple Lightning port, whatever. So this is a more modern power bank board. So if I can open this without damaging it too much, I'll see if I can replace the charger board with the one I just showed you. Anyway, so this one is the Newtrent. What's the model number? IMP120D, and it's a 12,000 milliamp hour. And as you can see, the output is limited to 5 volt 1 amp and 5 volt 2.1 amp. Output 1 and output 2, are they labeled? Yes, they are. Output 1 and output 2. And we have a low, medium, high. Perhaps there's like an LED flashlight. And it's so old that you charge it with actually a barrel jack. Although it's a 5 volt 2 amp input, as you can see at the bottom here. Okay, so I'm going to try to open it carefully without breaking it. Let's see how well that goes. Okay, that was absolutely terrible. They have double-sided tape which is very strong, so it was hard to remove this cover. Anyway, it's open now. I think they have double-sided tape on the other side also. Yeah, it's still stuck. Finally, it's open. Yeah, right. There's some plastic, broken plastic. Yeah. Anyway, I put some, this was a isopropyl alcohol. I just doused it in some isopropyl alcohol. And that's the glue. Yeah, so we have 4 pouches, and each one has to be 3,000 for a total of 12,000. The next step, I'm going to desolder these 2 connections here, the red and the black wires, so this way I can inspect this board without worrying about the battery. And now we can focus on inspecting the board. So this is the back of the board. Let's go over it quickly. If I see anything interesting, we'll pause a bit. These are just transistors, resistors. Revision 2, 2012. So this is from 2012. So 13 years ago. 12 to 13 years ago. February 2, 2012. Okay. Let's keep going. Wait, what? Okay. This side is not super interesting, but I figured we'll take a look. Reducing the light a bit. C004, and that one is UQRW. Okay, so that's that side. Let's switch to the more interesting side. I believe, yeah, diodes, SS34. What's this? LM358G. If I can find the data sheet, I'll put it up here somewhere in the corner. This is one of the USB ports. I'm told by the person who gave this to me that this was hardly used. So at least the battery packs should be in very good condition. BA2C4409. Let me flip it around. 4409. Yeah. Again, if I can find a data sheet, I'll put it up for more information. This is the second port here. What is this? Whole Tech HT4640658 or B. I think it's should be an 8 because these are all numbers. Either 8 or B. I'll see if I can find a data sheet for that also. Okay. We have a capacitor here. Now we have a board on top of a board. This one, let's focus on it. Okay. Bunch of LEDs. I assume these are battery level LEDs. And this is the on off button with an LED next to it. Now this one has all these things soldered onto lower board. So it's board and board. We have to remove this and put it all the way down. And we need to solder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins. Anyway, let's see if we can see what's inside between them. An inductor and this capacitor that we spoke of. What is this chip? G4407A. Again, if I can find a data sheet, I'll put it up in the corner. This is the barrel jack right here. Let's look from the other side. Okay, that's the 4407 chip. And I think, yeah, we saw this one already. And that's about it. I want to check if there's any voltage on these cells. I assume they're going to be completely drained. This hasn't been used and it's been in storage for, well, probably a decade. So I doubt it will have any voltage, but we're going to check together, and then I might use my bench power supply to charge it a bit, and then I would like to test the internal resistance. Oh, it's showing 3.8 volts. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so that means they're not completely drained, and it means we can test the internal resistance of the combined 4 pouches right now. Let me get the machine and we'll test it. So here's my Finier C internal resistance meter. First time I used it was on video number 34, where I changed the battery of a Philips Sonicare toothbrush. So we're going to connect the Kelvin clips black to black and red to red. And let's see what it says. Okay, so it's showing 3.8216 volts and the internal resistance 48 point roughly 4 milliohms. So that's a really low internal resistance. So I believe I'll be able to fit this charger board in the casing that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I think I'll be able to fit it in and make use of the original battery bank, and this way create a modern power bank. But anyway, the casing didn't suffer too much damage. I did break off 2 pieces, but all in all, with a little bit of hot glue, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to reseal the case. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.